Sportsmen, rear kitchen, bedroom slide fifth wheel, 8,580 pounds. Just landed here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is another representative of our consignment program. We advertise and sell RVs for folks just like it was our own piece of inventory. So whether it's, towable, motorized, or, even horse trailers and stuff like that, we can help you find a home for it. So what's the story of this one? Why is it here? That's why we're tuning in. Basically, the folks just realized after the last 2 or 3 seasons they just hadn't been using it, so there's no sense in having it lay around anymore. She's not in ideal, perfect shape, but this thing's also far from dead. It's far from wrecked. It's far from being bad. I'm going to point out a couple of those little hiccups here and there, and they're present. You need to be aware of those, but we also help point those out to the previous owners, so that when we were helping them determine a fair price tag, everyone's on an agreeable front here. Everyone's being realistic about what it is, what it's not, what they're asking. 8,580 pounds. I wouldn't have historically called this half-ton towable. Newer, heavy-duty half-tons with the big payload packages. Maybe you want some airbags or something. Probably not a bad idea. If you're 3/4 ton and up, though, you're fine. This was built when they were still really figuring out laminated fifth wheel production. It's come a long way since, but you'll see a couple little spots where there's a few pieces of this is actually slide seam tape. This, while not pretty, this stuff is ridiculously strong. I've seen people where the whole seams and things have broken along an underside of a gooseneck like this on a fifth wheel. Use just this stuff to reseal it, and it holds and it never fails. The only reason this is not more popular is because it's just not pretty. This stuff is like cementing your trailer together. It is incredible. So there was a little stress fracture here. There was a little stress fracture up there that you can see. And you can see that they've been reseamed and resealed and taped and whatnot. And I got a little cobweb on the camera. Hopefully that's not flittering in front of the screen there. So, is that ideal or pretty? No. But is it really hurting anything? And the answer is also no. That's not actually doing anything detrimental to the trailer. This rear seam here, where the cap met the roof, had at one point experienced a brief point of water penetration. I can show you that inside. Again, it's unfortunate that it was there, but it's also not hurting the trailer today because the folks didn't leave it leaking. They took care of it and addressed it. It hasn't leaked for years. They just, haven't used the RV for years, haven't needed to. You see the main super slide, your big slide out has that slide out awning topper to help protect the slide roof from the brunt of weather exposure. Looks like the spare tires never touched the ground. Not a lot of these Sportsmen have front and rear caps. And this was kind of built when they were sort of offering the bedroom slide as an option. Like we very recently had a 2850 in here that was the no bed slide version of this. So this is the upgraded brother, sister, cousin, uncle, whatever you want to call it. Bigger entry handle makes it easy to come and go. And I kind of like this skirting sort of jumps out at me. It's just got that little bit of a textured shape and color to it. I don't know, aesthetically, I like the look of that. I like that it's a little bit different. Walking inside, the interior actually has been very nicely kept. It's clean in here, it's light, it's bright. I don't even have all the shades open. I have none of the lights on when I'm not pointing the camera directly at windows. I mean, it's pretty darn comfortable in here. Sofa can fold down into like a little grandkid sleeper. And this is a couples coach first. It's a family entertaining coach second. That's why we do have the freestanding table and chairs. And I do like these really big jalousie style windows. Jalousie, for those who don't recall, means when the window pane tilts open, so you get some really nice airflow in there. Rear kitchens give you more cabinets and more countertop space than a rear living could ever hope or dream to do. Now, remember, I've gone out of my way a couple times here to point out a couple potential defects to you, such as this is where it did have that leak up there. It's all dry. It's not still leaking. I would know because we've had enough rain recently. If it was still a problem, I would definitely know. But you can see that it's contained. It didn't really affect a lot of other things. It was localized, it was small, it was short term, and it was addressed. They didn't let it sit here and rot. They took care of it. That's what's important, guys. When you're looking at something this age, chances are it's got some level of history. It's the fact that the previous owners reinvested money into it to get it back into good shape. Great counter space here. I actually like how they left this open. A lot of brands have a big cabinet right here that eats into your counter space. They didn't do that here, and I think that was a good design decision. That also means that we've got lots of cabinet space. Anywhere you see countertops, you always know there's cabinets to follow. Little detail things I look for. Cleanliness of the stovetop. It's nice. It's clean. That means that these people kept track of their trailer. They didn't just like splatter stuff everywhere and make a mess, you know? Same with their big sink here. And that's a big double bowl sink, not a one big and one small. You know, everything on here was full sized. Pretty standard rear kitchen with the single swivel chair and then the corner entertainment. I mean, this is a classic floor plan. Floor plans like this continue to pretty much be built almost like this today. Some still are. Nothing wrong with it. It's like an alligator. It's a dinosaur that was built so well it just never had to evolve any further. This one still does the job. But what we are finding up here is it is actually very hard to find a 2-slide fifth wheel nowadays with one living room slide and one bedroom slide. So this is a very nice, very park friendly yet still traveling friendly floor plan that is really, really hard to find exactly replicated in today's market. Seems like you either get one slide and a fifth wheel or 3. Good storage going on. You saw the big front wall wardrobe closet. I like this. Could in modern times this just became like your little mobile office desk space. You could have a nice little laptop or tablet station there with power outlets on both sides for utility. Pretty common closet style bathroom. Nothing, you know, necessarily ground shaking or amazing in here. But something I did take note of was this extra closet right here. And you could easily convert this to like a stackable linen cabinet if you want. This is, it's about a 5-foot tall cabinet, so you can get quite a bit of storage in there. Another thing I noticed is that the shower pan is actually recessed into the floor, which is really uncommon. Usually you have a step up into the showers. That means extra headroom. This has that classic 3-deck design where you have middle deck, bathroom deck, and then upstairs deck with a little bit of a step up here. You don't tend to run into that much anymore, but when this was built, it was just the way things were done. So, you know, overall, my impression is she's fine. I've seen a lot of RVs come through HaylettRV here. I've got a pretty good eye of what to look for. There's no Carfax for campers, so I get to play CSI for campers. And what I can see with my eyes, if you will, is that she ain't all bad. You know, a couple hiccups here and there, but nothing that's actually functionally affecting the coach. If you have a limited budget and you're just trying to get into a fifth wheel, or you want to try your first fifth wheel, or you just want to try RVing, I think this is a good little option right here. I think she'll treat you fine. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.